Let me say a pleasant good evening to former Gov't Minister Mr. Jack Warner. Pleasant good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mikee K.
Yeah, we were taking in the race there, but it was so painful to watch. Reading your article, of course, Medalless TNT, Symptoms of a Collapsed Local Sport Industry. You said
That's
that
correct.
the games are over and done and dusted with, and Trinidad and Tobago having once again repeated its sterling performance on the world stage and returning home empty-handed from another international sporting event. Is the will there? Is the understanding there? What is the disconnect when we have to simply be observers of looking at other countries, same size, some even smaller, celebrating, and we are not on that podium?
Because we are not mentally and technically prepared, Mikee K, for the global stage. We are good for the Caribbean and possibly for Trinidad and Tobago. But for the global stage, we are not ready. And what is painful is that those in authority, like the Minister of Sport, they have no clue on what to do next and how to go about it. Imagine they find it prudent yesterday to give Keyshawn Walcott $250,000, they say, for elite sport. Why didn't they give it to him before? Why didn't they give it to him before? Why did they invest it in coaching and training for him? Something has to be wrong. I made the point in the article, I'll say it again here, that we are preparing for a World Cup 2026 finals, FIFA finals. We have 6 qualifiers instead of the 3.5. We have the leading countries, Mexico, Canada, and USA, already having qualified as hosts. We have three slots. Jamaica, they employ the services of Steve McLaren, top English coach. You know what we did? We employ the services of Alderman Derek King from the Lima Borough Corporation. Something has to be wrong. Something has to be wrong. And I believe the time has come when the Minister of Sport and even the national associations must be held accountable for what they have done or what they have failed to do.
Yeah, when you look at it, I mean, many people weigh on it now. It seems as though we've had more officials than athletes.
That is correct.
Even at these games. And it seems as though...
16 athletes, 18 officials. But St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, St. Vincent and Grenadines, 4 athletes and 2 officials, and they get more medals than Trinidad and Tobago could ever hope to get at the Paris World Cup.
And it makes you wonder if people are just simply going there for their own personal interest and not really there for the athletes. I mean, you're picking up space. Some young athlete that can be aspiring to bring gold to this country is not there. And these officials are there just for selfies, just to show that they went. I mean, really and truly, how serious is this whole thing when you look at it?
And you know, I thought Tokyo would have been a lesson for us in how not to approach an Olympics. But that wasn't the case, because Paris was no different. And if we don't nip it in the bud, Mikee K, Los Angeles 2028 will be equally as bad.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at it, and tonight's main question that we're asking the people, I mean, do you believe that government is investing enough in the future of our youth? I mean, we're just not talking about sports, but when you look at certain aspects, remember, this Prime Minister said in the heights of the pandemic that 2,000 students fell through the crack. We don't know if they were found laying in blood somewhere. We don't know if they're in Raymond Yard. We don't know where they are. And it seems as though business as usual and we move on. Do we not understand the importance of the human index and what we're investing in?
I don't think they understand that. If they understand that, they would have spent money on technical equipment. They would have spent money on international coaches who are far superior than what we have here. They would have spent money on maintaining the football facilities and the sporting facilities, but nothing is happening. You take a ride to Arima and what's the Larry Gomes Stadium, you'll cry. You will cry. And therefore I'm saying, as I said in the article, if you invest nothing, then nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it as well, we had a Brayman Subajali, I don't know if you read this article, was at a KFC in Couva when a robbery occurred. And
Yes.
the gentleman said, sir, so it clicked to him that this must be one of my former students.
Yes, sorry, sir.
Yeah, now think about that. And he's saying that resources to assist our youth stay out of crime. He recommends guiding officers, he recommends social workers, teachers, aides, and of course on-the-job resources and skill to make students more employable. Do we not understand the importance of having young people who can be globally competitive, what that means, rather than having a brain drain?
And guys are talking about the young people, and if they invest money, what it will cost. You know how much money it costs to maintain those guys in prison? You know how much money it costs to maintain those guys in remand yard? You know how much it costs for the judiciary to have these guys come in week after week, month after month to the courts? If you therefore take that money and you put it where it is needed most, in sport for young people, you'll get back returns. I ask myself also, how come, Mikee K, how come we have not had a single woman athlete at the international level, at the global village? How come Jamaica, St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, how come we never had a female athlete? What is wrong with our women? Is it that they're not good enough? Something is wrong. And the Minister of Sport is a woman. And you know what she said when she was appointed? The first thing she said, I don't know anything about sport. Yeah. Man, look, as bad as they think Anil was, and I don't share that view at all, but as bad as some people believe Anil was, Anil understood sport, and he brought facilities, and he brought medals. Our best medal intake was in 2012, 4 medals in London, and the one they got in 2016 is because of the hangover from the People's Partnership. What has happened since then? Why are we as we are? And I'm saying the time has come for us to ask some serious questions about our sport.
Yeah, in the article you also mentioned, you said that nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You said this is the second Olympic event where our athletes have gone medalless. Another experience of an industry in this country that has failed, showing no signs of improvement since the Rowley administration came into power. And it is not just in Olympics, but Mr. Warren, in all fairness, over $500 billion has been spent in the last 9 years. So is money the problem, or is it just a matter of not caring or not being concerned of our young people who should be out there competing on the global market?
The money is poorly spent. To say that to spend $400 million last year, I read so many papers today, is foolishness. Ask yourself, in what areas? Ask yourself what returns you have gotten back for that investment. Ask yourself why a place, for example, like Tobago, the Dry Jog Stadium, a place like Tobago that had the best, at least the healthiest sportsmen, why it is we don't have them anymore? What is wrong? I tell you this, Mikee K, who want to vex. But I said this again, you will not see this country qualify for a FIFA World Cup in our collective lifetime.
We stand at the...
It's hard to say that, it's going to cost me and so on, but I don't mind. I speak of things as I see them. I can call 5 local footballers, not 5. If you can, then you're lucky. I can call 5 top local footballers in this country. Where's the professional league, you ask yourself? These are the things you have to ask. And posing in the papers and taking photo up and answering nonsense, that is not the solution.
And when you take all of this in consideration, you have the administration giving themselves a grade A. And one has to ask just how confident, how bold, and having the audacity to make a statement when youth development has gone absolutely nowhere.
If that fellow who gave the government a grade A was in Bangladesh, he would have been tired and feathered. Grade A, my foot. Grade A, when we are pushing 400 murders. Grade A, when home invasions are on the rise, rape, car thefts, and so on. Grade A, when we have no safety and security in the country. Grade A, when the economy is in shambles, education is in tatters. Grade A for what? Grade A for whom?
Our murder toll is at 394, and you're so correct. We're heading to 400. I mean,
Before the week is out.
yeah, I'm sure
Before the week is out.
I'm sure you've seen the videos where these criminals are so boldly going into jewelry stores, wherever the case may be.
In Tobago, yes.
And yeah, attacking the owners. I mean,
Yes.
where are we going at this point in time? I mean, money is being spent. It's not being spent for development of the country, and it certainly isn't being spent to secure the citizens as well. Last night, I had Gary Griffith on, the former Commissioner of Police, and he said there's absolutely nothing at this point in time that Keith Scotland can do to rein this thing in.
All Keith Scotland is doing is what he knows best. Post, take out pictures, talk about murders going down under him and so on. There's nothing that he can do to arrest the upsurge in murders in particular and crime in general. Nothing.
And as we look at it, I have to ask you, if given the opportunity to do something to save face, to take the shame of our face, what would be one of the key policies that you would implement to get our sport, men and women, back on the right track?
The first thing I would suggest, you change the government. That is the answer for several solutions to the problems we face. And once you do that, you have a government that is more empathetic, more, of course, resilient, more concerned about sportsmen and sportswomen as they had been concerned in 2011, 2012. And therefore, that for me is the be-all and end-all of the matter.
And basically, you're saying that's it, that's basically the only option that we have. I mean, things
that's
are
the only option.
Now
you want to stop home invasion, you want to stop rapes, you want to stop car thefts, you want to stop government corruption, you want to stop a host of other things, my friend, you have no alternative but to look within and make some critical change in government.
Closing comments, go right ahead.
I want to say that I feel pained and hurt to know the time and money that I have invested in sport, to know that I was given a raw deal because I supported Qatar for the FIFA World Cup 2022, and to realize that since then, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed except for the worse. And this doesn't help our country anywhere.
Thank you so much, Mr. Warner. Keep up the good work. Best of luck to you and your entire team.
Thank you, Mikee K. And you keep reading the Sunshine, man. It's the best newspaper in the country.
It certainly is. It gives us the facts, and it's not diluted. It is the raw facts. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Thanks again, my friend.
Thank you.